Testing. Are we live?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I wanted to make sure I had it on the right channel. That was a fear of mine, was that I was using one of the other channels. That would be awful. That would be awful. So.
That would be funny.
No. It wouldn't be funny. I should have brushed your hair. I should have brushed my hair. Oh, gosh.
I'm going to shave my head after this.
So he didn't come on Tuesday because this guy right here didn't feel good. But we will get into that in just a minute.
Uno momento, por favor. I don't even know what that means. We just used to say it all the time.
We have...
Hello, Lois.
Hi, Lois. Where is she? I don't see her.
She'll be there in a second. See, look, I'm predictable.
We have mail. We have mail that we want to open this morning. So, can that be the first thing we do? And then I'll just turn it over to you. Just turn it right over to you. Shannon! We're doing a lot better.
A lot better.
Yeah, you're not. I'm like, I want to fix your hair so bad. Okay, we're not gonna do that. I need to fix my hair so bad. Alright. So, Shannon, does this box look familiar? Oh,
Hi,
wait.
Julie P.
Where's my address? Does this box look... Oh, I don't want to show hers. Oh, she's got a P.O. box. Okay. Does this box look familiar?
That should have been...
Hi, Julie P.
Hello, Simplistic.
Hello, Simplistic. Okay. This is what I want to get out of the way. I want to do this first, and then I'm going to turn it over. No, I want to take the time to do this, and then I'll turn it over to you. Because if I turn it over to you, we may not get to this.
Yes, because I talk so much.
Well, you might. I have already peeked in, and was very excited, and then I tried to quickly shove it back into the package. I haven't showed him yet, so he doesn't know what's in here. So this should be very interesting. This is from Journey Along with Shannon. She mailed us, this one will be yours. She mailed us a wonderful surprise. And she knows us very well.
I like getting gifts.
So go ahead. Go. Yeah. Go for it, dude. Go for it. I got stuff going on.
Alright.
Dun, 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 dun. Hide that from the kids. That's ours.
What?
Hide it from the kids. It's ours. They'll play with it. They'll pop all of it. You know, kids love bubble wrap.
Who doesn't?
Kids love bubble wrap. What'd you think, babe? I've already seen yours. Show the peoples.
Awesome. She has no idea how much I love bears.
Show the peoples.
Let me get a chance to take it in first. So here's the backside. It's
so pretty.
Little waterfall.
It must have been on her trip as she was out and about. I was like, she was thinking of us as she was out and about. That is so awesome.
And bears mean a lot to me, so that's awesome.
She has our direct address, and it came straight to our home. It was sitting on our porch, and we only give that out
I
like.
probably should have washed it before I did that. Yeah.
Okay. I mean, it's just, you know, I don't know. And you guys, here's mine. Okay, so there's the back. How beautiful. Is that not so fitting?
Love it.
I mean, oh my goodness, Shannon. These are perfect.
Yes.
And then the Smoky Mountains, and it's got my name on it. So y'all are going to be seeing this a lot on here and probably on the daily devotions because I love it. Thank you so much. I love it. Thank you, Shannon.
And now,
you are so sweet and precious.
I know when somebody has my cup.
Yeah. Not me, the kids. I never take your cup.
I found 3 of my cups in Chloe's.
She stores it. She stashes them. She stashes them.
It takes me 30 minutes to drink 1 cup of coffee.
Can you hear the dogs?
Yeah, I'll go take care of them.
No, just leave them. I just didn't know if they were on the live stream. Babe, you're not going to be able to get them.
I want to make sure they're not messing with pigs.
Oh, they've been chasing chickens and pigs and all kinds of things. Yeah, and we threatened to end their life at one point, and we just hadn't done it. I don't want to break Chloe's heart. So, drum roll. Yeah, we should have did a drum roll. That would have been cool. No, Shannon, I'm glad you taped it really good because it's breakable. It's fine. I told Roger, I'm going to have to get like 10 of these. Yeah. You've probably seen a bunch of names, like all these people that and you're like, oh, this would be such a cool gift. Yay. Okay, babe. I'm gonna like silence myself. Really, and let you talk. I'm gonna let you talk. I'm gonna let you have it. So, we didn't do the live stream on Tuesday because he wasn't feeling good. I've said that. Some of you already know what has happened and what's going on.
Yeah, some of them, the members got to see the video of what.
Well, the ones in the daily devotions got to hear the backstory. But I told them I don't know how much you're going to share of that. You just share what you want to share about what happened and what they did to you.
I'll probably just start from Sunday, not Sunday morning incident, but I think that needs to be a little
private.
Yeah, there was an incident Sunday morning, but
hey, Bushcraft family, I was just watching your videos.
And I'm not sure if you guys can hear me very well. My throat is still bothering me. So Sunday, actually it started Saturday evening. Saturday I felt pretty rough, and I told Crystal that if I felt bad in the morning that I wouldn't be going to church because I was getting some symptoms that I thought I'd have to go get the COVID test for, and because I was running a fever, just had body aches, my throat was hurting real bad, and I felt like poo, and we just got back from our hike, so I was just thinking I just got too much good air in my body, and it didn't like it. You know what I mean?
Some fresh air.
Yeah, too much of that mountain air. But woke up Sunday morning really feeling the pull to go to church, that I really needed to go. I was still not feeling well, so I thought, well, I'll sit in the office. If they need me, I'll be there. And so we went in. I sat in the office. Next thing I know, Crystal's coming in. Honestly, I thought she was coming in to get me because one of the kids were acting up or something, and I even told them.
Well, we do kids ministry on Sunday afternoons or during service. So
one of the other members was in there and told him I'll be right back. I think I gotta go thump some kid's head.
We wouldn't thump a kid's head. We wouldn't thump their heads unless they were our own children or grandchildren.
I thump them all. They're all my kids. But got back there, and it was something else that I had to take care of, and did what needed to be done there. And then we came home. We ended up staying at church till after 2 o'clock to witness to somebody, and just to be where we thought we needed to be with who we thought we needed to be with. And I felt fine while that was going on. Then we come home to rest a little bit. I started feeling really bad again. I was feeling really, really drained. And sometimes when you sew into something for so long, you do feel kind of drained afterwards. And
spiritually.
So we come home to rest and to recoup, to go back to church Sunday evening. Everything went off just fine, regular service, everything was good. Come Monday morning, guys, I was in so much pain that I decided it was time to go to the hospital.
You didn't go until that afternoon, though.
Yeah.
Because
I was supposed to be at work, and
you just knew you couldn't go.
I knew that they wouldn't let me in because I started running a fever again, and the questions they ask, you have all these symptoms, and then they check your temperature, and I'm like, well, they're not gonna let me in. They're gonna want me to go do a test or whatever. And so we went to the hospital. Was seen by a nurse. Was I called and got an appointment to go in to see a nurse because I told them I think I have strep throat. Is what I thought. So we go in, we do the appointment. She does the strep test. It's negative. But with the symptoms I had, they coincide with COVID-19. So they did the COVID swaps. And I'm going to tell you guys, I've been through a lot of tests in my life, and I've done a lot of things medically in my life, and that was the most painful test I've ever been in. And I will never do that again unless it's absolutely necessary. So all the people voluntarily going in to do that 2 or 3 times a week, y'all crazy. But I mean, it was so bad. I mean, she went. I swear to God, I felt her tickle my brain.
I swear to God.
And it was just painful. I mean, she's like, blow your nose so it won't hurt as bad. And I have sinusitis. I can't blow my nose. So she went all the way up there, kind of felt a little resistance, and then like poked through, and then all of a sudden just the waterworks started coming, and my nose started bleeding. And she said, well, we'll have the test results in 7 to 10 minutes. And I'm sitting there thinking, well, usually it's a 2 or 3 day process. And she come back and said it was negative. So she tried to look
no quarantine. Yay.
But
thank you, Selena.
She come back, said both tests were negative. She gave me some antibiotics and sent me on my way. She told me that I had tonsil stones, which is on the surface of the tonsil. It's not in the tonsil.
Simplistic Minimalistic has to get one. Oh,
I'm so sorry.
We pray for you right now.
Oh, it's good. I'm sorry.
Go ahead. Don't make her scared. He said they go too
I'm not gonna
far.
I'm not going to lie to you. It goes up in there. I mean, the Q-tip is like a foot long.
I wasn't in there with it. I didn't see any of this. I was outside with the kids.
I wish she could have been in there to record it, even though I look like the biggest sissy in the world. It's just bad.
Okay.
So I take the antibiotics, I come home, they take me off work for a couple of days because I am running a fever and that stuff. And I work in the food industry, so I'm not, she said to come back, she said the test could be too soon to come back in 3 days if you still have all the symptoms, and we'll test you again. So I said, okay, well, so I called into work, told them, I'm going to be off for a couple of days. I had first COVID test was negative, but they want to do another COVID test in 3 days. And so come home. I mean, I'm hurting. My throat's getting so bad that I can't even get water down my throat. So I haven't ate or drank anything in 4 days, and I've lost 6 pounds at this point.
3 days.
Yeah, in 3 days. That's what I said.
You said 4.
Right.
Right.
We didn't eat Sunday. No, we ate the pizza Sunday.
We ate a couple pieces of pizza, yeah.
Which was weird because I was feeling fine while we were. Yeah. It was weird. Well,
hey, Kimmy's House Craft some more. Hello.
Hello.
I like your Dollar Tree hauls.
So, Wednesday I'm supposed to go back to work, but I need to go get another test done because I'm feeling horrible. I'm just completely horrible at this point. I'm hurting so bad. I can't get nothing down. I can't drink. Can barely breathe half the time because I can't breathe out of my nose. So if my throat at this point, my tongue has turned white, and my tongue has actually swelled up so much that I can't
swallow hardly.
I can't swallow. I can't get anything down. It's like, well, and Crystal's fixing to take the kids to school, and she's like, I want to know if I want to go with her, and then we'll go to the hospital afterwards. And I told her,
family.
I was in bed. I said, no, I just want to stay in bed. I'll go later. But I decide to go with her, and we go to the hospital.
I made you. I kind of was like ugly about it.
Well, I was going to leave that part out to make you look good.
I was like, "Are you going to go with me? Are you going to go with me this morning? You need to go to the doctor." And then he's like, "No, I'm going to call later." And then I walked away, and then I went back in there, and I'm like, I feel like you need to go.
I didn't even know the mouth was available.
What is it? My husband's second one, they swabbed it inside of his mouth because he really, Shannon, they don't tell you that.
I'm so upset right now.
Okay. Hey,
I will
that's
keep that in mind.
a good tip. So if anybody has to have it simplistic, minimalistic, when you go, be like, can you do my mouth? Maybe they won't have to jam it up to your brain.
So we go in and we do a walk-in appointment. And she said, well, your doctor has an appointment available at 9 o'clock instead of seeing a nurse. And I said, well, I'll take the 9 o'clock. It was a little up. It was 8 o'clock when we got there. And I said, well, we can just sit here and wait. And I can play poker on my phone or something. So we get in to see the doc. And she starts,
goodness.
the first thing she does is come in with the COVID swabs. And I'm like, can we hold off on that? Can we do a little examination first? You know, something?
Yeah, that was going to be their first go-to. Like, I feel like they didn't read the chart. Like, they should have read the chart because you were just there, but they didn't have the chart. And they were just going to do it all over again.
Yeah, because I was thinking because that was in the chart was to have another test done. And so I asked her for an exam. She did the examination, and when she saw inside my throat, she was a little taken back by what she saw. And it was, what did she call it?
Heather's was in the mouth, too. It was a tonsil abscess.
Yep.
So it had formed within like 24 hours, basically,
It was huge.
to where it was closing off his airway.
It was going from the left side of my throat all the way, the cyst was growing all the way over to where the doctors haven't, even when the doctor came in, he was like, I haven't seen this before.
No.
Which is kind of like unnerving. I'm like, oh, cool. Well,
Yeah.
first.
Yeah.
But
Test, not testament. I got you, girl.
Yeah. But so she was sitting there. She was looking at it. She's like, well, you're going to need a procedure to drain it. Because, and then they asked, have my tonsils always been this big? And I'm like, well, yeah, they've always been oversized, I guess. So she's like, well, there just happens to be surgeons in at that time. I'm like, well, you know, we believe in God. Nothing is coincidence when in faith. So
Can I go back for a minute? Because I don't want to leave this part out.
I miss stuff.
So when we got, I'm injecting
in my defense,
this.
I was out of it a lot. I was on some pain pills that
Yeah.
I don't.
He barely got
don't
himself
take.
into the. It was so bad, guys. He couldn't even hardly hold his eyes open. He was so weak and tired. He hadn't ate or drank. You hadn't even peed or anything, had you? Like you had no bodily fluids.
Gone number 1 or number 2 in a couple of days.
This is from my perspective, what I saw, and I was so worried, and that's why I was like kind of aggravated at him that you need to go now. We got to go through the motions to get you some treatment. So me and the kids prayed over him before we even left the house. Me and Chloe prayed over him the night before even because that's how bad he was. So we get there and he's hobbling in. They're doing all his stuff. And a lady from church works there and she come up to us and she said, how's Patrick? And I was like, it's not good. And she could visibly see that it wasn't good. And she's like, you guys come to my office. We're going to pray. So that was another thing was the Lord set us up at that moment as she was going to her part of the hospital. We happened to cross paths so that she could see, so that, you know, the Lord sent another helper, you know, another prayer warrior so that we could get this taken care of. Otherwise, I feel like you would still be sick.
You'd be choking to death.
Yeah, you would still be sick. So anyway, go ahead. I had to put that in there.
I do want to say one thing about the it had grown so much inside there that it was pushing on the nerves. And for anybody, you know, everybody's been to the dentist when you get those shots and your lips feel like they're oversized and they're numb. My whole side of my face went numb and did that tingling feeling because it was pressing on the nerve on the side of my, over in here somewhere.
At one point, he's like, just feel my face. And I'm like, I don't want to touch you.
It's like, I can't
I don't
even
want to
feel
hurt
it.
you.
Of course, I have the big beard and they couldn't tell, but where was I?
They saw your tonsils and she's like, we need to get you to the ER. There is OSU medical students here today that can do this. And she's like, what do you want to do? And he's like, I'll do anything. I'll do anything.
Even if it's a student, if they need the practice, let them cut on me. I don't care. Because they said they were going to, what is that? Drain the cyst.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking they're going to cut me, and I'm like, I don't care. Cut my throat, whatever you got to do. Because I just could not breathe, and I had absolutely no strength in my body, and it was just a horrible feeling. So we get in, and she orders a CT scan for my head, which probably needed that anyway.
Which was fine. He's got a brain. Everything's working.
Everything's
fine.
But they were really examining the sinusitis and the tonsils. So we get that done. They get us, and they take us into the ER to do the weight, or do the little drainage procedure. Now we're in there quite a while. People are coming in wanting tests done and stuff. Coming to the ER to get their COVID test. So we sat there for a good while before he called us back and get in there, and we do the procedure. And it was painful. The doctor gave me shots inside my mouth around my tonsils, which I have at this point. My gag reflex is working overtime because I constantly feel like I'm choking, because I constantly feel like there's something stuck in my throat. So thank the Lord I did not throw up on anybody. If you do want to see that video, we do have it posted in the members deal.
Well, I'm good. It's going to be in my vlog tomorrow.
I think we need to edit some of the
faces. I've got to edit.
We need to blur the faces out.
So I'm doing my weight loss thing tomorrow. I'm posting that video, and it's a part of that.
Yeah, so
we're in the hospital, and
you'll get to see me
all that stuff.
Swallow a needle.
So I didn't put it on here because I hadn't edited that part. We want to keep the nurse private. Yeah. So I've got to figure out how to blur the face. You can't see who the doctor is, but you can see the nurse. Yeah.
We don't want to upset anybody.
But it's not gross. It's just him in the bed. You're not going to see anything, but
you get to see the tools, but not the actual nasty part.
He was like, I wonder if they'll let us record it for YouTube. And I'm like, I don't know. I don't want to do that. So I'm standing there, and I have my phone in my hand, and I'm like, oh, video. I'll just stand here like nonchalant, and I'll just video this.
The secret recordings.
Yeah.
So we get it done, and I've gotten so many pain shots and steroid shots and all these shots. Hey, Louise.
That poor lady next door to us was getting the COVID test.
And I knew. I kept telling Crystal, listen,
Louise,
she's going to start gagging.
She was an older lady.
The nurse had to tell her, please quit fighting me.
I felt so horrible for this little lady. We saw her in the waiting room, so we know which one it was.
Yeah.
And she kept saying, I'm sorry. And the nurse was like, quit fighting me. I hate to even laugh about it, but
it's that
she
invasive.
Didn't know what was about to happen to her.
Yeah, and for someone that just went through it, I knew. That little lady put up a fight. It was comical. I guess it's not really comical, but in the situation it was.
You guys we have to find joy in a lot of our circumstances, right? Because we were in there a long time, and I was standing on my feet a long time, and they were hurting.
It was bad for her, Shannon.
And I was like, I'm not going to be cranky with you. We've been in here a long time. I love you. I'm hungry. I'm starving.
All I ever heard you say was, I'm hungry and I want food. I never heard, I love you. I'm not going to be cranky with you.
I was with you. I love you. No, it's been a hard week with the weight loss, and then this, and then, I don't know. It's just been a trying week, but you got to find joy in everything. Otherwise, you'll be angry and mad all the time.
Yeah. So
poor lady.
He gets this big horse needle out and starts draining the abscess, and
right, Heather.
He says he didn't get out very much. He didn't get out what he wanted to get out.
Yeah.
But it opened up my airway where I could breathe. So I was happy. It is growing back now. I can feel it growing again.
You're on antibiotics.
Yeah, I go in on the 12th to see the ear, nose, and throat specialist, which they were kind of giving me a hard time. They were like, well, if you would have come in a day sooner, he would have been here, and we could have just cut your tonsils out then.
Yeah.
But,
that's not how it happened for us, because that's not how it was supposed to happen.
No, they told us to come back in 3 days, so I listened.
Yeah.
So Tuesday, I go back to see the ear, nose, and throat specialist and find out if I'm going to have my tonsils removed or if he's just going to try to cut the abscess out or just I don't know what we're going to do.
We're going to pray about it, and
the tonsils is something that I've struggled with a lot because I would get strep throat a lot, and it was because my tonsils are so big. I mean, I have a space in my throat. It's about that wide, just enough for that little dangly thing to move.
Oh, girl, Kimmy, he's feeling so much better.
If you would have saw me 2 days ago, I looked
or even yesterday, I didn't expect you to go to church with me, but I wanted you to. And then, he's like, hey, I'm eating. And he looked so much better.
I was so happy.
You were almost like your ornery self again. And I was like, yay, he's back. It was such a turnaround within just a short amount of time.
And they gave me a shot, and she warned me that 1 out of 10 people will have elevated heart rate and will get hot flashes. And she said the reason that she told us that is because she didn't tell a patient, and they had anxiety. So when her heart rate
had an anxiety attack,
hot flash, she went back to the hospital thinking she was having a heart attack.
Yeah, and they were going to ship her out.
They were fixing to send her to the heart doctor in St. Francis, and
it was
so she warned
all because of the medicine.
So yeah, last night I was out. I got to experience hot flashes, and I would literally be sitting in here. We had all the heat off, and I was just in here sweating to death.
I was laughing about Patrick not hearing Crystal say she loved him.
Yeah, that was never voiced out loud, Chad, or simplistic.
Actions speak louder than words.
I'm just glad that you're admitting that you never said it.
Golly. All right. Lay off.
So
Lay off.
I don't remember what that pain medicine was that they gave me, but it...
Solomedrol, I believe.
Something like that. Something Medrol. But yeah, it made me sweat. My heart rate was going really high, but it made me feel good. So
no trips this weekend?
No.
He's off till Monday, but no trips this weekend. So,
which is stressful, being off this long.
Yeah, he'll be 2 weeks.
This will be my 3rd week off work.
No pay for 2 weeks, but God provides, does He not? He's so good.
I'm supposed to read her mind. Yeah.
Yeah. Right, Shannon. They're supposed to. We're linked.
So hopefully, I'm gonna if we do have to have any other procedures done, we're gonna talk to him about maybe if we can record while we're doing it.
No, we are.
I'm going to.
Me.
Yeah.
I can't handle some of that stuff.
Well, if you can't handle it, just set the camera like you did. I mean, you literally watched him shove a needle down my throat.
No, I didn't. I didn't see it.
Oh. You can see it on the video.
I didn't watch that.
Oh.
You can't see that part. It's not up close. The guy's arm's in the way.
He does cover my mouth, but you can see the needle, and then it cuts to a picture where you can actually see how far down they're in.
But it doesn't show it going into your throat area.
No, it doesn't. So you can't see it.
Don't get excited. Y'all aren't going to see anything really cool. It's just
nothing.
I think it's more of just the
thought of it.
Yeah.
The mental picture that you'll get is amazing.
Thank you, Louise. Continue to pray because I don't know what to say. Because if you know the backstory or whatever, this isn't over. So we do need prayer, guys. Mm-hmm. Seriously. But anyway. So some of you that are just coming on, we did mail call in the beginning, and we got these beautiful cups from Journey Along with Shannon. Is that not just so appropriate, y'all? She was out on the road with her husband as he works.
Still on.
And she sent us these beautiful cups. Smoky Mountains, y'all. So cool. And then Patrick's got one. He's got coffee in his.
Yeah, so don't spill my coffee.
Yeah, so we're not eating today because he's still taking it easy, but I made you your favorite ham and beans, so he might try some after this.
I'm going to try to eat.
And he's winning the weight loss because he hadn't been able to eat this week. I'm like, you cheater. You're such a cheater. He goes to extremes to beat me.
I am down 9 pounds total.
Kimmy has the worst gag reflex ever.
And that was another reason that they were wanting to do the test, because they weigh you every time you go in. So in that 3-day gap, I had a 6-pound loss.
What did Heather say?
And as of this morning, I'm up to 9-pound loss in a week. So
I don't want my husband to read my mind. That would be the scariest,
poor Kevin.
Most confusing book ever.
Kevin would be like, I don't know what's going on.
Are you my wife? I don't know you. If you could really read our thoughts.
Who doesn't love ham and beans? I mean, that's just the best. That's the best.
I cooked them in the Instant Pot, so it was like super easy. My favorite thing right now. And then my mom got us an air fryer, and I'm going to be experimenting with kale chips. And
which was supposed to be yesterday, but
because he can't eat. Yeah.
And something crispy going down my throat.
No.
If I can't completely chew it up.
Yeah.
I tried to eat some cheese last night, and I had an accident.
I hear your stomach growling right now, so it is 12:30. We can go ahead and say goodbye to these lovely people. Feed you, and it's going to be time for me to go.
We'll do that off camera in case there's another throw up incident.
Yeah, we don't want y'all to see that stuff.
I was sitting over there, and I was watching one of my bushcraft shows that I watch, and
Bushcraft family might be interested in some of that.
I thought, well, there's a block of cheese, and go get me a little slice, and maybe if I
crumble it up,
and then if I can, and the first bite was a small one, did just fine, but without thinking, I took a little bit of a bigger bite and tried to swallow, and it stuck. And I'll just leave that up to your imagination. What happened then?
Oh please no! Oh please no!
Hello, Alicia.
So a couple things. I'm just gonna throw this out there to you guys. Hey, Alicia. We are thinking about doing hydroponics this year for gardening because our ground is all rock here, and container gardening has been I've failed at it. And we were watching Ridge Life this past Tuesday, and there was a channel on there that was doing hydroponics. So if anybody has any ideas or tips, or if you know of any channels, please throw them our way, because I would like to try that this year. I have an idea in mind, and I threw it at him, and it would be a year-round growing thing. So,
well, hello.
Hello,
Casper.
Idea. Hello.
Welcome to the channel.
Thank you, Alicia. So good to see you. Yes, your mother is so sweet. My mother is so sweet. My mama ain't even on here. Where you at, Mom? No, I'm just kidding.
Well, they're in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada.
Oh, awesome. Alicia's in Canada, too.
Yeah, they're in Fairfax? Not Fairfax. That's where
Nova Scotia.
Yeah, they're in Nova Scotia.
Hydroponics is interesting. We'll also love to learn. Me too. I would too. And then the second thing is bushcraft is still on here. You might appreciate this. We're thinking of doing a little bit of twist on our camping trips as it gets warmer. And maybe doing 2 or 3 day camping trips, but taking that, what's that food called that you were talking about?
Mountain Home.
Yeah. So it's like survival or prepping food, and taking it out and seeing what it would be like if that's all we had, out in the woods. Kind of a survival test between us.
Heather said she knows American Homestead.
Cool. Okay, I'll have to check that out. I really want to try it because, like I said, our ground here is super, super rocky. We cannot dig. And then we've tried the raised beds and the container gardening.
Casper, are you guys loaded up with snow up there?
Oh, my mom made the t-shirts. She said she was going to make you t-shirts, Selena. Oh, she didn't tell me. She didn't even tell me. I'm going to have to text her.
Julie P, I had a friend call me yesterday that I grew up with
Where's Julie
when
P?
we
Oh,
were
MREs.
when we were small kids, and one of our neighbors growing up in the apartment complex that we
Okay,
grew
Heather.
up in was a retired Navy guy. I won't say what he did because he asked us not to talk about what he did, but he had store piles of MREs. And he would take us out in the woods, and this is kind of where I got my love for the bushcraft. Was growing up where we grew up, me and my best friends, we had fathers, but they weren't father figures. And so we attached to this Navy guy. He was.
Is it the one under the bridge you used to tell me about?
No.
No? Okay.
No, I just said this one. He lived next to us in the apartment.
Oh, I had missed. I was reading comments.
No, he ended up having to go do something, but so he would take us out in the woods and show us some of the stuff that he learned from the Navy and the survival tactics that they taught, all that stuff. So the bushcraft camping outdoor lifestyle started for me living in an actual apartment complex. But we would sneak out and go hang out with this Navy guy. He's the one that he taught me how to scuba dive. He taught me all kinds of cool things. He taught me, he's the first one that taught me self-defense.
Really? Wow.
Which come in handy Sunday. He taught me all kinds of things that I'll start sharing as our channel goes forward. But he got me on MREs, and my favorite MRE was this meat pack.
They're kind of salty though.
And it came with these tiny bottles of Tabasco, and he would take that tiny bottle of Tabasco and he'd say when he was out on watch and he would have a 2 or 3 day watch, or a 24-hour watch, what they would do is they would take that small bottle of Tabasco and they would rub it in our eyes.
I thought you were gonna say would like put it on their tongue and wake themselves up.
No,
he rub it in their eyes.
He would dab it on his finger and he'd rub it in his eye. And so we were all out in the woods, and being the boys that we are, we called him out on it. We're like, oh no, you didn't.
Hi, Prestonian girl.
So he took one of those bottles and he dabbed it on his finger. He held his eye open and he did it right on his tear ducts.
Oh my goodness.
We're not going to be out shown up by this. At the time he was in his 40s and we were in our teens. And well, he could have been in his late 30s. I never really asked him his age, but so we did it, and we tried to stay up all night, but our eyes were hurting so bad. And so that was my introduction to Tabasco sauce. And so that's why Tabasco's always had an affection for me, is because it reminds me of
that would burn.
And
did you read that one? She has 28 years her hubby's been in service, and she's never tried an MRE.
What?
No, Patrick. That's right, Alicia. That's the perfect emoji right there.
I love MREs, and me and my buddy when he called me yesterday, he brought that back to my memory, and I was sitting there. Yeah, we were talking about the woods that we used to go hang out in, and we drove by there a couple of weeks ago. We were doing something in Tahlequah, but all the woods have been cut down, and now there's apartment buildings built there for college kids, which sucks. That was my tree house was probably still there when they cut the woods down. And
that's sad.
We built a little cave for ourselves, and that's where we hung out. It was a whole labyrinth of places, because there was these other kids that we were in war with, and we'd be like shooting each other with slingshots and BB guns. And so we had the high ground and low ground, which we learned from the Navy guy.
Try eating MREs for 9 months. You won't like them anymore. I only had to eat them for like a week when we had that big ice storm here in Oklahoma, where power was out for 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah.
We were stuck where I lived at the time. We were stuck. We were so far out. We were stuck. There was no way we were getting to town. So the local fire department out there was dropping off MREs to families, and that's what we ate for a little while.
So yeah, it was. We were talking about it last night.
Lois is cooking right now.
It was just some of the fun things we did as kids. We grew up, idolizing this guy because he would tell us about stories that.
Oh, okay, Julie.
Locations that he'd been deployed to and the things that he'd done, and he was just the coolest guy ever. And
No, we haven't tried any freeze dried meals. We haven't tried any.
freeze
Mm-hmm.
all the time.
Not me.
Ramen.
I don't eat it.
Just saying.
Is that freeze dried?
Mm-hmm.
You're lying.
Mm-mm.
Nah, I don't eat it anyway. Chloe does.
Actually,
So,
we were talking about that, Shannon, just a little bit ago about trying some of that stuff on here for. Hey, Crockers.
Hi.
How are you guys? Thank you guys for the prayers.
Yeah, we appreciate when you commented. It warmed my heart that you were praying because he needed prayers really bad. And as you can see, ta-da,
Doing better.
He's doing a lot better. We're so thankful. So thankful.
So yeah, I was talking to Crystal because of that conversation last night. And there's a pack at Walmart that I've been wanting to try. It's a 70 or 48-hour pack for a family of 4.
Which
or you can break
I
it
don't
down.
think our kids would appreciate us very much if we made them eat that for 3 days.
So
So I told him, why can't you and I do it on one of our trips just to see what it would be like to test it out?
It would be good for like a car camping video.
Yeah. Yeah.
You can't store the stuff in your car. It needs to be stored around 50 degrees, so it'll be a pantry item, but it'll be cool to have on the bottom shelf because you could use the bucket. You can reuse the buckets when you're done with it.
Yeah.
So.
Which turns me back into the hydroponics. When I was watching Ridge Life, that guy was doing his in tubs.
Mm.
So, some people have like fancy setups, but we could reuse the buckets and you could plant in them or you could do other things.
I can get all the 5-gallon buckets we need from work.
Yeah. So, repurpose and reuse.
Well, hopefully we'll get to meet in May.
Right. I've been watching y'all in silence, and I'm
Which we
like,
need to quit
they're
doing
coming.
Because if we don't comment, it'll take our subscription away from people. So we're trying to comment.
When you watch on TV, though, you can't comment on there unless you cast it from your phone to your TV. Then you can comment.
Yeah. Sometimes what I'll do is I'll watch it on the TV, and then I'll have my phone next to me, and I'll go because it'll be in your history, and just go comment.
Yep.
Which kind of makes the time of the comment because it shows the time when the comment was made, and it's like it's made at the first of the video because I've switched over to my phone to make the comment, but it was something that I might have seen 10 minutes into the video. So it's kind of weird.
Does anybody else do that? Like because sometimes it's I don't know. Like we watch YouTube.
Yeah, see,
all the time.
Anything you mix water in is freeze.
Okay, well, I didn't realize that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, so Chloe is an expert.
She does the same thing. Yes.
What?
Journey. Shannon tries to comment on every video she watches, and we should do that. We should honestly do that because it helps channels, and we know that because we're YouTubers.
Yeah.
So we don't know where our next trip's going to be, and I am a little bit excited to try this. It's probably not good for weight loss, is it? It's probably a lot of sodium.
What?
The food stuff that we're going to try to take.
It won't be bad because you're not going to overeat.
Because we're the place that we're going to go, we're going to sleep on the trail. And take our food and everything we can put in our backpack.
Can you post the Crocker Simply Southern's page on here?
I think everybody may know them, because they are pretty
I know,
popular.
I'm
gonna.
They are, but we have a couple of new people watching, so I'd like them to get the opportunity.
If y'all don't know who they are, Jason Crocker,
because
it's his mama and
Casper,
daddy.
He or she.
Can you type that in?
I can't type.
Sorry.
Yeah,
sorry, guys.
I think we all do that. We watch on the TV and then comment later. And I'll be honest, sometimes I'll forget to comment because I'll pause the TV, go do something, and come back. I'm like, what was I doing?
What was I doing? There they are.
I love the picture on their background in the snow. I love that.
Yes. Okay,
So
I'm
we'll
gonna.
get them in.
I am very like people have people do this for them. We aren't that fancy. We're gonna get to meet a
Bushcraft's
lot of
already.
you guys in May, and it's gonna be so exciting.
Yep, we are going to be sleeping in the SUV, so we're going to hang out at the church. We're hoping to hang out at the church because I want to be doing some cooking. So if you guys want to come by that evening before,
Yeah, because
hang
they're
out
gonna.
around, I'm going to probably try to bring a. I don't know about a fire pit, but
They've been saying that the hotels are booked, y'all, already. So this would be a great time if you're coming to maybe find a place where you can try to do a little camping. I don't know. And then I know they're gonna have like a get together at the hotel.
yeah, Alicia's
So.
really good at commenting on videos.
Yes, Alicia is a very good supporter, commenter. Yes.
Now, was that snow in Texas? Because aren't they?
That snow was 2017.
Did it-
Y'all don't get a lot of snow down there, right?
Yeah, I guess that's why it's-
So, because Shannon's, down there in Texas too.
Yep, and I am planning a Texas roundup deal on my motorcycle.
Oh yeah, we talked about that on one of our live streams.
So we might be able to go by and meet them and maybe.
Yeah, driving
I
around.
won't be able to spend a lot of time meeting people because I'll need to get on the road. But so that's something that I kind of have in the back of my mind. Is I don't want to seem or sound rude. Like, well, you can only have an hour of my time.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
want
weird.
it to come off that way. I hope nobody takes it that way. It's just that I would like to try to get as many people as I can in a 24-hour period.
Yeah. Maybe stop and do lunch or just meet for a little while and
Bushcraft,
yeah.
I hope you get an RV by then too.
Yeah, I hope you come. That would be awesome because he'll be coming down from Ohio.
Yeah.
We don't see snow often at all.
They see snows all the time.
But Shannon, y'all had an amazing Christmas. Like, they were in a little cabin, and they had snow, and it almost seemed like it was so perfect. Like the perfect Christmas scene.
A little bit of jealousy going on there.
I was like, this is so cute. This is so cute. What did she say? It snowed in 2004, and that's all I remember in 42 years.
Man.
Oh, my goodness. Okay, so we need to go way down there.
Okay, so we got on the Texas Roundup. We'll go see the simp work because who was the other ones we're going to see there? I need to write them down so I can get locations to where to meet.
I believe it was Morgan's Happy Place.
Morgan's Happy Place, which I haven't seen her in a while, so I hope she's doing well.
And I was going to reach out to J-Ton because J-Ton lives in Texas.
So
we can get a roadmap of where we're going to go. And then where we're going to stay, like where we're going to camp.
Yeah, Bushcraft will have to let us know. He's going to be down this way, so we'll be able to go.
Yeah.
Hopefully go meet him.
Maybe travel to where you are and just, hang out for a minute.
Yeah, I'm glad they understand. I just kind of in the back of my mind, I would hate for anybody to feel bad.
Because then pretty soon, I'm planning to go up north in the Tahoe to camp out and meet.
Which will probably be
people.
a solo trip. That way she can take the time she needs.
Kyle will not forgive you if you don't go down there and fish on the river with him.
Well, that was going to be a whole, just a private thing.
You have to go with me when I go to Michigan.
I thought you were going to do 2 trips.
Yeah, I can do 2 trips.
Yeah. One, you were doing like the Michigan trip. I thought we were just going to go to Michigan State.
Yeah.
And
I'm not going there without you.
No.
I am not. Lois, if you're on here, get him. Tell him I can't come up there if he doesn't come.
No, I was talking about your northern roundup.
Oh.
Would be probably by yourself because I just won't be able to miss work.
I love SUV camping. I love it so much.
I think
he doesn't love it so much because it's so crowded, but I think it's better when it's one person because you have more room. But I miss him if he's not with me. So anyway, I think y'all should try it. Or maybe truck camping if you have a truck that you can,
all this.
It's just so much fun. Oh. Okay. All right, babe. We should probably get off. I got to go get the kids from school pretty soon. And
it's like 3 hours away, babe.
I know, but I got a little more sewing to do.
Did
I'm going to try to feed you.
Did Jonathan go to school?
Yeah, he went to school today. He is at school. Guys, we're going to shut this down. Thank you guys for coming on, hanging out.
Everybody that's new, thank you and welcome.
Yep. So many familiar faces on here today. We love it. I want to try and visit Family Business Beer Company. Where is that? I know you're coming to Oklahoma.
Mm-hmm.
I keep trying to scroll and there's nothing else to scroll. I don't know why I do that.
I don't know.
Julie P. I want you to try it. I want you to try it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, girl. No, I'm so excited for you. You're gonna like it. It's a type of van life, but you're not like living out of it just for the weekend, and it's so fun.
Prestonian Girl, I actually watched a video about that yesterday.
Yes, you can.
Because your hatch goes up, stays up, and then it was pretty cool.
That's my favorite part, is the hatch part. Like you cook your food, you raise your hatch, and you sit there and you see the most beautiful view. If you're at a place where you're at the water or you're over a mountain or whatever, and you just sit there and you are just in creation, in nature. It is, guys, I can't even explain it. You gotta do it.
Hey, Jake.
Hey, Jake.
Good to see you, brother.
If you're coming up north, I'll watch for you. Okay. I don't know if we can go that far north. Maybe we can meet on the border and wave at each other later.
Dripping Springs, Texas is where he'll be heading.
Oh, cool. I bet. Hey, that sounds cool. That sounds cool.
Okay.
I wanted to go to Niagara Falls and visit, but I want to have a drone before I go. I mean, if they'll allow it. Some places don't allow you to fly your drones.
I've seen lots of drone footage from Niagara Falls, so I don't see why they wouldn't.
True.
All right, let's wind this down because I'm getting hungry.
All right, you guys, we're going to close it down. We appreciate you. We don't know what's ahead for us. No trips this weekend. Tomorrow I'll be posting my weight loss challenge, and it is the raw, the real. Oh, Jesus, help me. Oh, but it's what I'm going to do, and I don't know. I just hope I've lost weight this week, or it's going to be super embarrassing when I weigh in the morning. Okay, bye, Shannon. We're going to get off here, too.
I love you guys, and we thank you guys for watching and spending the last hour with us. Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much. And we'll see you, I don't know. I'll see you Sunday morning, but...
Wait.
What?
Vanilla ice cream is my favorite.
Where do you see that? Oh, there it comes. Vanilla ice cream. With vanilla ice cream, you can make it into whatever you want it. Like, if you have vanilla ice cream, if you just like the vanilla, ta-da. If you want to add stuff to it, ta-da. Root beer floats, banana splits. Now I'm getting hungry.
All right. Let's go eat some beans.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys. Thank you, guys.